First up, Joe, as usual, to you first. Rich in Vancouver, Canada. What are your feelings on McKesson with the recent news? By the way, so you owned it in the past.
I did.
Stock got upgraded today.
It did.
To outperform at R.W. Baird.
The upgrade is specifically on a quality earnings report, and certainly the guidance looks good as well. I will say this, the litigation regulatory concerns still remain with this company. You need to have that lifted completely for the price target to be reached. That does not mean you can't take a small position in this, but keep your expectations in this somewhat muted.
Okay, Josh, to you, from Rich in New York, is Teledoc's rise due mostly to the coronavirus, or is it a longer-term trend?
Actually, I think this is the biggest trend in healthcare over the next decade, going to absolutely transform the way we consume healthcare services from doctors, hospitals, and other professionals. This company, I'm not going to tell you it's cheap. It's up 40% since December. I'm long the stock. It is not a value stock. However, they've been very aggressive, making important acquisitions. Made one last week that gets them into government-paid-for hospital care. And I just feel like this is the only pure play right now in the market, if you believe what I believe, which is that insurance companies and the government are going to want to save a ton of money on health care. One of the ways they'll do it is by having you virtually see doctors and other professionals on your phone, on the flat screen TV in your living room, et cetera. So this is a mega trend. I don't know that Teledoc will be the only player there for long, but right now this is the stock that they buy when they think. So coronavirus has probably helped it, but that is not the reason I'm in it.
Okay. Shannon, to you from John in San Francisco. Will companies move out of China to India? It's an emerging markets question, really. We're dealing with coronavirus and other things, but what do you think?
I think that if you look at the first decade of the century, the commodity supercycle was built on the fact that China was building out infrastructure. India cannot compete with that infrastructure, and therefore, from an emerging markets perspective, I don't think production is going to move from China to India. I do think playing emerging markets is probably best in a basket form right now, because some of that production will move to smaller emerging markets, but you don't want to try to pick them. Just enjoy the weaker dollar and be in the trade. Okay,
thank you. Lastly, Jim, to you from Scott in New Jersey. Have you ever actually been in a Best Buy, and what did you see when you went there?
Oh, my God.
Scott, was that really his question?
No, that was me.
Are you kidding me?
You think there's another Scott in New Jersey asking you a question about Best Buy?
Come on.
Your deadpan was very good. I compliment you on it, all right?
But I really want the answer.
Have you been in a Best Buy?
Yes, I've been in a Best Buy. Can we move to...
What were you getting? Batteries?
What did you see when you went there? There are a lot of people in there, right?
Do you think the company should be called Worst Buy?
No, but I thought that was funny.
All right. Okay. Amanda in Albuquerque. Albuquerque, New Mexico says, is it time to buy Yum? Or no, I'm sorry. Is it time to sell my Yum?
Okay. Amanda, first off, thank you so much for calling, for writing in so we can get off this Best Buy thing. I think Yum is fine. Okay, look, it missed earnings the last couple of times. It's been hammered for it. But look at the valuation. Compare it to McDonald's. Compare it to Wendy's. Compare it to everybody else. On a PEG ratio, it looks great. 22 times forward multiple. I see nothing wrong here.